let it run for a little bit, I guess. We'll let it run for a little bit. All right. Andy. Yeah. I think we're all probably a little bit British in English, right? At the end of the day. All right, Andy, what we got for you? All right, so you're coming across someone that's actually making you long for love again, or thinking that you may have found love again. That I'm hoping it's yourself, your inner self, but feeling like your true love, your heart, your soul, no person is that. That is you entirely. If someone is making you feel that way, be very careful in the fact of your importance. If you're putting your importance onto somebody else versus more than you, right? When we put an importance on something, then it becomes this lack and distraction and persistence. So we make a distance between us. You're conflicted about whether you have what it takes for a partner. Okay, so true love comes from within. True love, true alignment comes from within. And why is that? Because love is not an emotion, it's a state of being, Andy. It is our highest frequency when we are fully aligned, mind, body, and soul. Love, again, is not an emotion, it is a state of being. It is not competition, it is living and seeing all as one. You are me and I am you. We are just separated from these bodies, in these bodies. Everything you seek is within you. You just have to remove the layers of the matrix and indoctrination and remember who you are. Part of that is detoxing your body and realizing that the worth from within is you. All the shame and guilt and fear that you have is coming from projection of someone else. It's not yours. I'm craving pizza. I feel like the pizza thing for me is a trigger. It's a comfort thing. It's like, I'm craving pizza. Okay, why are we craving pizza? Why are we craving bread cheese? Haven't had cheese in a hot minute. You're very welcome, Andy. We're all going through the same thing. Just different levels, different ways of consciousness at the end of the day. That's why there's no judgment. There's no competition. It's we need to reunite and realize that there's no true bad guy, right? We are our own bad guys. We are our own blocks because of what we believe and how we allowed things to teach us or whatever, right? So when we take our power back and we remember who we are, no one can take that away from us. Like, that's the be all to end all. And that is why this world tries so hard to make you think that you're so small. That you're so small and so weak. Because at the end of the day, you have all the power, and all you have to do is say no and not do it. Like, what are they going to do? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, do they take people by force and everything like that? Like, do we live in, like, I don't know, somewhat of a very corrupt world? Yeah, to a point. Again, I feel like it's what we allow, what we give attention to. If we're going to live in fear, then fear will take over and it will proceed. If we feel like something bad is going to happen, then something bad is going to happen. Right? The universe wants to prove you right. So, at the end of the day, nothing bad is happening because all bad's already happened, right? We've already gone through it and been through it. So now it's nothing but good and what we make, right? Although I do find it funny that the universe will be the first one to try to prove you right if you're in lack. But if you're in abundance and opportunity, it likes to prove you right, but like quietly. Like it makes you have to really kind of look for it. Yes, the rules are made up. Rules are made to be broken. And the rules are made up to what? Control and keep you in a construct of manipulation. So yeah, 100%. And it's frustrating in a way because we are our own blocks all the way around. Financially, emotionally, all of it. And then we want to know, what the problem is. And at the end of the day, a lot of it is just us, but it's not your fault. You just entered a game that, doesn't tell you the truth. So you're in a game of mirrors that you have to find the truth. You have to decipher the truth and remember who you are. That's the point of this game. Deciphering the truth and remembering who you are. Break the box. Ah! Why do you do this? I don't like... annoying. I love this world. It's so magical. I love how it feeds off our energy and all. We have the power. Like, it comes down to, like, whatever you give attention to is going to grow, right? That's why we give babies attention. That's why we give animals attention. That's why we give plants attention, because they grow. If you don't give things attention, they die, right? When you neglect things, they die. So if you're neglecting yourself and neglecting your true needs and what your body needs, what's going to happen? Huh? What's going to happen to you? Right? That's like, a no-brainer. Like, but just maybe a different perspective that you maybe needed to hear. I don't know. I feel like some people need a shock to the system. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like when you pull up to McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever, what are you doing? That's not food, guys. I don't care if it's $1, $3. It's a reason for that. You might as well just go buy rat poison. And don't get me wrong. I used to eat Taco Bell years ago. God, when I was married and I was raising my babies, I would go to the supermarket and look for the Taco Bell hot sauce. Do you know the Taco Bell hot sauce? It had antifreeze in it. It has antifreeze in it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I loved that stuff. That stuff was like crack to me. What? I don't. And that's the thing. We eat this stuff and we don't even realize what it's doing to our bodies because we can't feel it because of all the other stuff that you got going on to your body and poisoning your body. You have no idea what's going on, so you can't feel the detriment of the other part. Does that make sense? My opinion on angel numbers. So numbers are sequences and codes of the matrix. You live in a game of mathematics and analogs and acronyms. Everything is a puzzle per se, and a different code, right? So 111 is significant in the fact that you are upgrading, you're aligning your higher consciousness, and you're on the right path. And not everyone gets to see that. Like, if you're actually seeing your angel numbers and you're syncing up with them and the moon, then yeah, you are in complete communication with your higher self and infinite. But yeah, the game itself is coded. So, just for example, 111 is you're on the right path, but 222 is you locked into changed behavior. You changed a behavior, and a perception, so that got locked in. And 444 is a start of a new cycle chapter. You broke a pattern, 2, which was locked in and confirmed, and 444 is now the new chapter, new cycle, different patterns of way of looking at it. How are you going to respond and navigate that? That's basically what those numbers are. Did that help you? I love how it blocks half the comments and then it won't even allow me to. I don't even understand. I think she is. Yep. Ashley, how are you, my love? No comments to filter, but it's right there and it won't, TikTok, why are you okay? Let's get an affirmation for you, Miss Ash. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's absolutely no sun right now. Nourish. Ashley, examine what areas of your life have been neglected. What can you do today to bring more self-care to these areas? So that's a significant question to ask yourself. What are you neglecting in yourself? Here's the thing. When we think we're being strong and whatnot because, we're just trying to move on and protect ourselves, we're neglecting the part of us being vulnerable and self-caring and releasing any sadness or vulnerability in the first place. There's no need to be how do I put it? Strong or defensive. Relax. Let it all go. And start really nurturing your body, your feminine side, the inner child. Does that make sense, Ashley? Lee? Lisley? Thank you, my love. I'd say it takes one to know one, right? Stacy. So, understandable. You know, in a way, you're a baby bird that was left without being instructed on how to take care of yourself, right? We are made to believe that we need a foundation of people, per se, family, units, whatever, or we're not valued, we're not anything, we have no support, we can't do it. You can do it. Your mother is a part of you. We are all energy. We are fragments of infinite, plain and simple. Your mother is you and you are your mother. The only thing that you lost was her plant body. Her body has deceased, but her energy is still there and transmuted. She is now actually free. Depending if she went into the light or not, but she's free and she's a part of you. So now you have to carry on and remember who you are and release any attachment and embrace her, all of her within you, good, bad, and indifferent, and at the same time release it, if that makes sense. You're embracing it and you are allowing it to run through you, but then you also release because you are you, right? The energy. Does that make sense in that aspect? So, unfortunately, she was poisoned to death and murdered because leukemia could have been avoided. And I'm sorry. 35 though, you are very much of an adult. Not that that lessens the blow of losing a parent, especially if you are close to that parent. But that only means your codependency is a lot harder to break out of, okay? So you have to remember that you are an independent individual and need to be such, in the fact that, again, she is a part of you and everything that she's ever done or taught you is in you, right? So, yeah. So first and foremost, you have to detox your body. If you've been on the journey, I sure hope that you've already started cleaning out your water, that it has to be filtered or distilled at best. Do not drink out of plastic, and this is your shower water, your dish water, and your drinking water. All water needs to be filtered. Your toothpaste needs to change too. Make sure it's not poison because it's calcifying your brain and hurting you. Same with hair care products and skin care products. Everything, all that you can find, honestly, in my website, linked to my holistic community. Elegant Rose Boutique is where I get my toothpaste. You're supporting mom and pops. I'm not affiliated. The only ones I'm affiliated with have discount codes, and that's the first three: Outer Spirit Jewelry, Aura Cacao, and microdosing. Everyone else is what I use, and I'm just making it easier for you to detox. Now, excellent. Shadow work is one of the hardest things in facing the monsters in the mirror, because the monsters in the mirror are us, but they're not us. None of them are us. When you look in the mirror and that identity that's staring back to you, that identity was given to you from birth, from your parents and on. And when you see your mother or father in the mirror, that's because you have their energy and you're emulating that energy. You're emulating that belief that you are those characteristics, that you are that person, that identity. There's certain things that you're carrying still that aren't even yours, that they're theirs. It's a fun game, that is. Energy is transferable, and it does transfer. So you have to be mindful of that as well. But you have to let go of your codependency. We are going to lose our parents. If you outlive your parents, that's kind of the wrong way of doing it, isn't it? But at the end of the day, family is a lie, by the way. Your mother was your earth mother. But again, she's you and you are her, just in a different timeline and consciousness and plant body. Now she has gone back basically to oneness, back to infinite, let alone and you. You know, it's one of those coming back to us. So death is not the end. It is freedom and the beginning of us aligning back to ascension. Again, though, when you go through the portal of death, don't go to the light, because it's a trick bag. So, I mean, we could do a session to talk to your mother, or to figure, you know, to see that part where her energy actually truly, or if there's something that, you know, you need to know. But that's more going to be your higher self, not your mother. Well, it's going to be a combination. Anyway, how do I digress? That's just a lot of energy and different things. So a lot of levels there. Anyway, depends on what you're looking for. But my website is linked in my profile. I have services and sessions. Something might align with you. So, if it does, I look forward to working with you. Otherwise, ashe. I'm so bummed we never really got to see the sun today. I know it's not even charging, so I don't know what I should do. I kind of wish I knew what was going on over here. Got like a bunch of like tents and I don't even know. Younger people just having like a party or whatever. I don't know. Well, there was a big surf competition all day today. All weekend actually. So that was pretty cool. Although I have found some new places to like escape to. Places I didn't even think to escape to. I need a yacht so bad. Yes, California. I'm in Southern California. Pretty surreal, honestly, because it's something I've always wanted to like do and be like, I don't know. It's weird because California and in the political sense, I feel like, and just as it's me. But nature-wise and whatnot, it's pretty awesome. And I found natural bread, and good food and water, and so we're good. Got myself a skateboard now. It's not a longboard though. I wanted a long skateboard. She's not a longboard. But then again, I wouldn't have room probably for that. And I'm still kind of... The lady next to me, she was doing surfing. She's got a long skateboard. She's got a longboard. Man, that thing's huge. And it's cool. It's got like hiccups flowers on it and whatnot. It's a nice board. That's kind of what I wanted, because I wanted to practice the balance thing. Which I can still do it on this. I'm just being weird. That's what I'm doing. I'm just being weird. I noticed I don't really like people. I don't like going out in the crowds. I really don't. I dread it. Almost more, I think, than I ever did. I don't know what it is. I feel like when I go outside, I'm in like battle of energy. Like, is it just me? Is it just me? Maybe it's me. Maybe I've been hermified so damn long that I don't even know anymore. Like, I just feel like, right? I don't even know. Alright. Sorry, YouTube. I'm gonna have to sign off because my battery is dying.